We are.
Hey! Okay.
Hey, yes, there we go. Hey, welcome everybody.
Hey, welcome.
Let's turn on our live chat because y'all know we want to hear and see all the messages that's coming up. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. It is Thursday, so you already know we're going to hit that 10 commandment. Listen, he said guard them.
Guard them.
Checked, okay? Mm-hmm. If you are new to the Storytime channel, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm Bonnie, and yes, ma'am, yes, sir. It is good to have you a part of Storytime. We hope that you enjoy whatever you're going to hear. Please know that we are not associated with any religious group, okay? We're just a people called back to the covenant, guarding them commandments. Mm-hmm. That's it. No religion, okay? We're talking about our history in here. All right? And the young lady to the left of me, now my daddy called her Dr. Norwood, okay? Mm-hmm. But I like to call her Auntie Shelly on the beat.
But
do it for myself. I do it for myself. It's not even for you. I do that literally because it's something in me that hits that bump. It's the attitude behind it, okay? It's a good one. It's not a bad one. It's just like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. All right, so you guys, we're going to, before we get into our happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
Before we get into our Adam and Eve history, okay? We're going to dig into these 10 commandments, which he told us to guard. All right, so 10 commandments, if you were like me, didn't know where they were, don't worry. I didn't. I had no clue, okay? I knew about them, but I didn't know where they were because it wasn't preached on. All right, so you can find them in Exodus 20, and we like to read verse 2 all the way down to the 17th verse, okay? So it says, I am Yahuwah, which have brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other Elohim before me. You shall not make unto any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, that is in the water underneath the earth. You shall not bow down yourself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahuwah Eloheka, is a jealous owl, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and guard my commandments. Guard them things. Don't just look at them. All right. You shall not take the name of Yahuwah Eloheka in vain, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Remember the day of the Sabbath.
Remember.
Come on now. Don't forget it. And keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but that seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahuwah Eloheka. In it shall you not do any work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor the stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days Yahuwah made the heaven and the earth, the sea, and all that's in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahuwah blessed the day of the Sabbath and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which Yahuwah Eloheka gives you. You shall not kill. You shall not break wedlock. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not lust after your neighbor's house. You shall not lust after your neighbor's woman, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his, come on, donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. May Yah add a blessing to the hearer and reader of his word, okay?
You a best girl.
I wasn't going to say nor his ass.
That's what it says.
Because people be thinking I be cussing, okay?
No, that you're in context.
Okay, well, nor his ass, nor anything that is of your neighbors. May Yah add a good old blessing to the hearers and readers of his word.
What's wrong with it?
Born in America, that's what happens. That's what you get. All right, Auntie Shelly on the beat.
But
y'all heard it. Can you give us a good old recap? Listen, good old recap. Okay.
It makes me sad to see what our grandparents had to go through. So they have been kicked out of the garden.
Kicked, okay, with a good old foot.
They got to go. Like, you cannot stay here. Like, you literally have to leave. And so they have to leave, and they're looking at the condition of the earth. Because now not only do they have to leave, Yahuwah has prepared a cave for them. And like I said, I'm sure this place was spacious.
I think so.
Because the earth is new still. But they're used to open space. They're not used to being confined.
Yes.
So to them, it is a prison. And it kind of is.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you think about it, it kind of is. When you're used to looking at sky, hanging out with animals, and that's what he was saying. This is what I'm used to when I pray. I got to pray inside this cave now. Even though you could tell it was a nice shelter, had a little overhang. Yahuwah was making sure that they were safe and secure, but Adam and Eve were just like, I can't. And he made sure that he placed them in a place where they couldn't smell.
Yes, that wind.
The wind that blows on the trees and it went the other way. And he made sure that they didn't live by the lake.
Yeah.
Where eventually all of us are going to be baptized.
Right. But that was like the sea of forgetfulness.
Yeah, because you would forget your sins.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, you'll be cleansed. No, you can't. None of that can happen till Mashiach comes. I mean, we see later on, if those of you who were here when we did Adam and Eve, when Mashiach went to go get Adam. Or did
that
they
was
do
in
it before
Hermes.
he died? But Hermes, that he actually dipped him.
Yep.
In that water.
Yeah. You're right. You was in testimony. Yeah. Testimony of Adam and Eve. They actually did dip his spirit into that water.
Into that water before they brought him back into the Garden of Eden.
Yep. And before he can even come into the presence of the Mashiach, that brother had to.
You had to be dipped in that water.
Mm-hmm.
And we just see how Adam and Eve were making the comparison in our eyes. We can't even see angels anymore.
No.
That used to be like this normal thing.
Right. And how he's like, you didn't even eat the best fruit.
Yeah. That fig tree, it wasn't even the best one in the garden.
And I believe
if you would have just turned around and looked at another tree, you would have been like, well, that tree, like, look, I got better fruit.
Listen, sin ain't eating all of that, okay?
Because sin ain't the best. It's not the best for you. Hey, I didn't think about that. Sin, it looked good, but it ain't the best for you. You be done sinned again. How's Tom be done left you and you be like, why?
I'm telling you, y'all don't understand. When I say he leaves you, he leaves you. He leads you right into that mess, and then once you do it, he be like, I'm out.
It's like getting drunk. You think you having a good time. Next morning you can't remember nothing. You just throwing up over the toilet.
It ain't working.
You don't even know why. What did I do?
What did I drink? Something that wasn't for you.
And people get to telling you what you did, and you be like,
I did that. I said that.
Don't do it.
I told you that.
Torah. Yep. So suffice. Also, what was interesting was the timeline.
Yes.
We be thinking things are great mysteries when Yahuwah gave Adam that timeline.
Yep.
500 and
50 days.
50 days.
But it came
5 weeks. Wait, what was it?
He said 500.
Oh, 5.5 days.
Yeah, 5.5 days, which equals
until 5.5. Yeah, because each day is 1,000 years.
Yeah. So if you don't know, if this sounds like jibble jabble, I don't know how you say gibberish. Just pause this and then go to the next one. I mean, go to last night. And it will make sense, okay?
Yeah.
Because it was good. Because when he said he sent my word and I sent my word, because Yahuwah was here before the foundation of the earth.
Yes.
So I believe, my understanding is that he sent him to talk to him.
Yeah, he sent himself to talk to him. Because remember, I exist to say. That's why I sent you a piece of me down to earth.
Come on, man.
To suffer for you.
Come on, man. I exist to say. All right, listen. We're going to get on. Okay, if you don't know, we're reading Adam and Eve. What I say, y'all know, Adam and what is
we
that?
Say Chua. Yeah, that's right. We're giving her name back.
Yeah, we're giving her name. So we're reading the Crystal Sea, which is the sea of forgetfulness. Elohim commands Adam.
No.
No, we're not. No, we didn't read that.
No, we did.
Oh, we're
but
reading
not
the
under
first
the
book of
header.
Adam and Eve. You're right.
Yeah, but you're on a different header.
I'm on a different header. You're right. And we're reading from Bere'Shiyth, and we're on page 14.
Yeah,
the seventh.
You're on 7.
On the 7th chapter, and then this header is called "The Beasts Are Appeased." And when Adam, so just relax, okay? Relax, like I am. And when Adam and Chua heard these words from Elohim, they cried and sobbed yet more. But they were strengthened in their heart in Elohim, because they now felt that Yahuwah was to them like a father and a mother. For this reason, they cried before him and sought mercy from him. Then Elohim had pity on them and said, "O Adam, I have made my covenant with you, and I will not turn from it. Neither will I let you return to the garden until my covenant of the great 5.5 days is fulfilled." So the Mashiach should be coming
in
5.5 days. A day is 1,000 years to him, right? Then Adam said to Elohim, "O Yahuwah, you created us and made us fit to be in the garden. And before I transgressed, you made all the beasts come to me. Then I should name them. Your grace was then on me, and I named every one according to your mind.
Okay.
And you made them all subject to me. But now, O Yahuwah Elohim, that I have transgressed your commandments, all beasts will rise against me and will devour me. And Shua, your handmaid, will cut off our life from the face of the earth. I therefore beg you, O Elohim, that since you have made us come out of the garden and have made us be in a strange land, you will not let the beasts hurt us." When Yahuwah heard these words from Adam, he had pity on him and felt that he had truly said that the beasts of the fields would rise and devour him and Chua, because he, Yahuwah, was angry with the two of them on the account of their transgressions. Then Elohim commanded the beasts and the birds and all that moves on the earth to come to Adam and to be familiar with him, and not to trouble him and Chua, nor yet any of the good and the righteous among their offsprings. Then all the beasts paid homage to Adam according to the commandments of Elohim, except the serpent, against which Elohim was angry. It did not come to Adam with the beasts. Same. Listen.
That's snake. But that's interesting how Adam right away knew them beasts ain't liking us. First of all, one of them had to die to even give us clothes.
Absolutely.
A death had to happen in the animal kingdom.
So that's probably like the first sacrifice. You know, and it's crazy because he was like, I named all of this in your image, in your mind. In your mind, like you gave me your mind. That's how I named them. I couldn't have named all these without you. He said, but now, there's probably looking at Adam and Chua side-eyed. The animals was probably like. Right. But that's also amazing how he had so much pity on them because, no one thought like, man, they were out of the garden. So how did they not get eaten? Yeah. There had to be a commandment that went forth. Yeah. But it was only for these two beings. So when other people came around, do you think that the Adams had I think because remember it says right here, command the beasts and the birds and other moves to come to Adam and to be familiar with them, nor yet any of the good and righteous among their offspring. Okay. So animals are subject to you, but if you live in evil, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. So there are some people who it's like we talking about like you train for a circus. Okay, then you can only take that so far. You can only whip that lion so far. Absolutely. He about to turn on you. Yeah, he about to turn on you. Them animals would turn on you. Same with them snakes. But he said when the person is good and they're righteous, you're subject unto them. The animal don't just go around gobbling them up. But we go around just killing them like. It ain't even be. Them animals ain't playing. They ain't trying to
look what y'all did to us.
Okay, you got us on the fishing. Okay, we might.
But we're allowed.
We're allowed to. You're right. But when you talk about elephants killing lions, and that ain't us.
No, that ain't us. That
wild
is not
boars
us.
and
yeah, that's what I was talking about. And hanging up the tusk and
that
killing them just for the ivory and no, that's not us. That is so not us. But yeah, it's different when you kill an animal and you use it like you use it for the clothes and then you use it to eat and use it for shelter. Like that's almost like honor. Like when you shave a lamb of the wool, that's almost like an honor. Oh, I get to clothe the image of Elohim. But we're doing something honorably. And they didn't like eat meat every day. So they wasn't going into their lamb slitting throats and eat, I need lamb. They wasn't doing that. Everything was careful. Like it had a purpose. Even the sacrifice of the lamb you took, everything had a purpose.
It was intentional.
Right. So the lamb's not going to look at you side eye for that because it glorifies Elohim.
Mm-hmm. That's good. And again, listen, he said, since you have made us come out of the garden, y'all, and made us be in a strange land. This still followed us. We are in a strange land, okay? Chapter 8, the bright nature of a man is taken away. Then Adam cried and said, O Elohim, when we lived in the garden, our hearts were lifted up. We saw the angels that sang praises in heaven. But now we cannot see like we used to. No, when we entered the cave, all creation became hidden from us. Then Elohim, Yahuwah, said to Adam, when you were under subjection to me, you had a bright nature within you, and for that reason could you see things far away. Wow.
So they have some good eyesight.
Yes. 2020 ain't had nothing on them. Okay?
They can see above the firmament. Like they can actually see, because we know it's a piece of glass. They can actually see that far where they saw right through it, where he is, where the throne is. Saw the angels.
Saw good. Okay. Listen, you knew what he shared it. He said, I didn't have nothing from you.
Nothing from you.
I had I don't look at you as no master. You are my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Says, when Adam and Chua, no,
verse 2.
Verse 2. Then Elohim. I'll start again. Then Elohim, Yahuwah, said to Adam, when you were under subjection to me, now you under a whole nother subjection unto Hasatan. Unto me, you had a bright nature within you. And for that reason could you see things far away. But after your transgression, your bright nature was withdrawn from you, that righteousness. Mm-hmm. And it was not left to you to see things far away, but only near at hand, after the ability of your flesh, for it is brutish. When Adam and Chua had heard these words from Elohim, they went their way, praising and worshiping him with a sorrowful heart. And Elohim ceased to commune with them. Wow, then he stopped.
Yeah.
He stopped.
Because you're not and remember, even when up in the 7th chapter, when he said the animals knew us, but remember, they look totally different.
Yes.
So the animals don't even know who you are.
Because when you came into this cave, you were like, look at our bodies. Look at our bodies.
It don't even look the same.
It don't even look the same.
Yeah.
So they didn't recognize you.
So the animals don't know who you are. That's why he had to reintroduce the animals to them. Because, now the animal's looking at you like a piece of meat.
Absolutely. Because
you just look like another animal.
You real
it's
dark.
A different kind of animal. The new guy's here. Let's eat him.
Yes, that is so crazy. And I think also it's just power. He said, when you were under subjection to me. That little phrase is powerful, because when we are completely subjected, right, to the Most High, we do have the ability to see things.
Yep.
He make things known to us when we submissive, completely submissive.
Yes.
And your will is look, let my will be your will, Father. Yeah. I just want to line up. When we're in complete alignment of the Father will, then he will open up
and show us things.
And show us things. But when we're outside or we tiptoe and got a foot here and
you ain't
foot
seeing
there, you're not seeing nothing. You about to get blindsided.
Yeah. By all of them.
And I hate blind spots.
Yeah.
With a passion.
Yeah.
Show me what's coming up.
Yeah.
So it's important that we submit ourselves to the Most High will. I didn't say submit yourself to the pastor. I didn't say none of that to people, to your job, to none of that. Listen, I didn't say none of that. I said when you submit yourself to the Most High will, you have that access.
Yes.
That He'll give you.
Yeah.
Chapter 9, water from the tree of life, Adam and Chua near drowning. Listen, this is the fear. Why y'all don't be getting in the water? How come you don't like getting your hair wet? Because my grandmother almost drowned. Girl, we don't do that.
Yeah, it's in my DNA.
It's in the DNA. I know that's right. She was probably in that water. Gulping it, okay? Then Adam and Chua came out of the cave of treasures and went near to the garden gate. And there they stood to look at it and cried for having come away from it. It's almost such a tease. Like, you gonna let me have the ability to see the garden gate? I
can see it.
And I can't go to it?
I can't go back in.
I don't even know if I want to see it.
For 5,500 years. I gotta wait.
And Adam and Chua went from before the gate of the garden to the southern side of it. That's where that water was, right? And found there the water that watered the garden. From the root of the tree of life, from the root. And that split itself from there into 4 rivers over the earth. Then they came and went near to that water and looked at it and saw that it was water that came from under the root of the tree of life in the garden. And Adam cried and wailed and beat his chest for being severed from the garden, and said to Chua, why have you brought on me, on yourself, and on our descendants, so many of these plagues and punishments? Boy, she was getting it. And Chua said to him, what is it you have seen that has caused you to cry and to speak to me in this manner? And he said to Chua, do you not see this water that was with us in the garden, which watered the trees of the garden and flowed out from there? And we, when we were in the garden, did not care about it. But since we come to this strange land, we love it and turn it to use for our bodies.
So before it was just big deal.
It was no big deal. We didn't even trip that it was there or what it was doing and what its importance of it. We didn't even care why it was important.
Now we want it.
We want it. But when Chua heard these words from him, she cried, and from the soreness of their crying, they fell into that water and would have put an end to themselves in it, so as never again to return and behold the creation. For when they looked at the work of creation, they felt they must put an end to themselves.
This is so sad.
I don't know if y'all ever heard this account of Adam and Eve, but I heard it. And this is so, so crazy. Because listen, she getting bashed, y'all. Chua's getting bashed. Because every time when he sees something, he going, you know what?
Straight, even though he did it too.
Right, like, okay. But if it wasn't for you, lady, we wouldn't be here. It's crazy. Chapter 10. Their bodies need water after they leave the garden. So we didn't even need water. There was no need. Because he was
perfect.
And he was the living water.
Yeah.
He was literally the source.
Yeah.
And so now your body needs the very thing that you cut yourself away from. Wow.
Yep.
Then Elohim, merciful and gracious, looked at them thus lying in the water and close to death, and sent an angel who brought them out of the water and laid them on the seashore as dead. Then the angel went up to Elohim, was welcome, and said, O Elohim, your creatures have breathed their last. Have breathed their last. Then Elohim sent his word, this is a capital W, to Adam and Chua, who raised them from their death. And Adam said, after he was raised, O Elohim, while we were in the garden, we did not require or care for this water. But since we came into this land, we cannot do without it. First off, pause. How many times this brother is going to die?
Okay.
How many times is Adam, your grandfather, going to die, okay? He didn't die of grief. He didn't pass out unto death.
Yeah.
Now he didn't try to kill himself. Basically did.
Still alive.
And he was like, nope, not your time, not the way.
You're not getting out that easy.
You're not getting out that easy.
See, we don't even have control over death, really.
Right, we don't. And that's a good picture that you see.
Jump off the bridge if you want to. A whole bunch of people have survived because it wasn't their time.
Come on and get paralyzed from the neck up.
Okay, you want to jump. Down. You ain't gonna die.
You're gonna have a lot of broken stuff. It's all right. Verse 5. Then Elohim said to Adam, while you were under my command and were a bright angel, because he made us a little higher.
We're a little lower than him.
Yeah, lower.
We're a little lower than Elohim. Remember,
but we're higher than the angels.
We're higher than the angels because remember they had to bow down to us because we're the image. We were made in the image of Yahweh.
He said, you were a bright angel. You knew not this water. But now that you have transgressed my commandment, you cannot do without water, wherein to wash your body and make it grow. For it is now like that of beasts. Oh, so you changed the nature of beasts too. There was no need for the beast to use water or need water. Wow, everything.
And like he's saying, your body is now almost like a beast. Like, because remember, it was totally different. You're just called man.
Yep. You're just called man. Wow. For it is now like that of the beast, and is in want of water. When Adam and Chua heard these words from Elohim, they cried a bitter cry. And Adam entreated Elohim to let him return into the garden and look at it a second time. But Elohim said to Adam, I have made you a promise. When that promise is fulfilled, I will bring you back into the garden, you and your righteous descendants. And Elohim ceased to commune with Adam.
And Adam said, just let me look.
Let me just look at it.
He said, nope.
He said, I have made you a promise.
Yeah, they already did the covenant. You not
after that 550 days?
5,500.
Yes.
Because each day is 1,000.
Yes.
Then 5.5.
Then you're going to come back. Stop talking. Stop.
You're not getting in here until then.
Right. Stop asking me.
Not to look.
You better look on
not
that
to
gate.
Pick a flower. You ain't getting in here.
You ain't getting in. You're out. And recollection, thank you, of the glorious days in the garden. Chapter 11. Then Adam and Chua felt themselves burning with thirst and heat and sorrow. And Adam said to Chua, we shall not drink of this water, even if we were to die. O Chua, when this water comes into our inner parts, it will increase our punishments and that of our descendants.
Now they scared to drink the water. You told them you gonna need it.
You gonna need
water, dude.
Listen, you gonna need that water. Both Adam and Chua then went away from the water and drank none of it at all, but came and entered the cave. And entered the cave of the treasures. But when in it Adam could not see Chua, he only heard the noise she made. Neither could she see Adam, but heard the noise he made. Then Adam cried in deep affliction and beat his chest. And he got up and said to Chua, where are you? So I feel like there's a dizziness going on. And she said to him, look, I am standing in this darkness. He said to her, remember the bright nature in which we lived when we lived in the garden. O Chua, remember the glory that rested on us in the garden. O Chua, remember the trees that overshadowed us in the garden while we moved among them. O Chua, remember that while we were in the garden, we knew neither night nor day. Think of the tree of life from below which flowed the water and that shed luster over us. Remember, O Chua, that that the garden land and the brightness thereof. Think, think of the garden in which was no darkness while we lived in it. So it wasn't a dizziness, it was night.
It was night, yeah. And they ain't used to that.
There was no night
no
or
such
day
thing as night. Yeah.
in the garden.
Right.
You didn't even change.
It was just everlasting life.
It was everlasting life. Wow. Whereas no sooner did we came into this cave of treasures, then darkness surrounded us all around, until we can no longer see each other, and all the pleasures of this life has come to an end. How darkness came between Adam and Chua. Then Adam beat his chest, and he said, Chua. And they mourned the whole night until the crack of dawn. And they sighed over the length of the night in Mizizia. And Adam beat himself. Listen, you're going to stop hit yourself.
Yeah.
And threw himself on the ground in the cave from a bitter grief. And because of the darkness, and lay there as dead.
Then he died one more time.
Die again, sir. Somebody get your granddaddy. He's sitting there having a whole hissy fit. I get it, though.
Yeah.
I get it.
Talk about drama. It's real drama.
Right. Okay. Brought to you by Storytime. But Chua heard the noise he made in falling on the ground, and she felt about for him with her hands and found him like a corpse. Then she was afraid, speechless, and remained by him. But the merciful Yahuwah looked on the death of Adam. So he didn't die again.
Yeah.
He's so dramatic.
He's just falling out a lot.
Beating his chest. Listen,
I mean, yeah, you're right. I get it, but
dude, this is your fifth time dying. And the Most High just look at him like, go ahead, say my word.
You're going to just sleep.
Sir, you're not dying. You're not today. Not today. It's the crack of dawn. You're gonna get up in this morning, okay? Let's see. And the word of Elohim came to Adam and raised him from his death, and opened Chua's mouth that she might speak. Then Adam stood up in the cave and said, O Elohim, why has light departed from us, and darkness covered us? Why did you leave us in this long darkness? Why do you plague us like this? And this darkness, O Yahuwah, where is it before it covered us? It is because of this we cannot see each other. So he was like, where was it hiding? Like, we never seen it. Yeah. It was light outside. So where is this darkness at?
Yeah.
And he said, why did you leave us in this darkness? Mm-hmm. And this again is a picture of us when we will be in darkness.
And can't see
each other. Notice they couldn't see. All they can do is hear. Mm-hmm. And again, the Most High had to rescue. I'm telling you, I see more of us, but I couldn't listen. If I'm on a ladder, y'all bring me down. Then Adam's, okay, let me see.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. For so long as we were in the garden, we neither saw nor even knew what darkness is. I was not hidden from Chua, neither was she hidden from me. Until now that she cannot see me, and no darkness came over us to separate us from each other. But she and I were both in one bright light. I saw her and she saw me. Yet now, since we came into this cave, darkness has covered us and separated us from each other, so that I do not see her, and she does not see me. Oh, Yahuwah, will you then plague us with this darkness?
And just remember, all this is new to them. To us, we know night and day.
Yes.
But to them, they don't know what night is.
That's just like, where was this at?
Yeah. Where was this hiding?
Because we were born in this thing.
Yeah. They're feeling this for the very first time. They're just aware of how now Yahuwah's going to move through you. It's going to be night. It's going to be day.
Right.
That's how you're going to count days and weeks.
Yes.
I need to get you used to this new system. But Adam is like, I'm not having it. I'm going to die.
Right. Listen, I'm about to kick my feet up and beat myself on this ground.
I'm just going to die. I'm just lay down here and die.
Because I won't be
here. And he's like, I can't do it.
And the Most High's like,
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
But notice how you would just let them be a little dramatic for a minute, okay?
Because you got to get accustomed. Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you got to get used to this. So
it's your new kingdom, sir. This is new. The fall of Adam, why night and day were created. Then when Elohim, who is merciful and full of pity, heard Adam's voice, he said to him, "O Adam, so long as the good angel was obedient to me, a bright light rested on him and on his host. But when he transgressed my commandment, I deprived him of that bright nature, and he became dark." So it's a reflection of you.
Oh, yes.
Night is a reflection of Adam.
Yes. Because you introduced sin into the world.
Yep, you introduced sin.
You introduced this. You want to know where this darkness was hiding? It was hidden away in you.
Yep.
You decided to let it out.
Yep. Wow. And when he was in the heavens, in the realms of light, he knew nothing of darkness. But he transgressed, and I made him fall from the heaven unto the earth. And it was this darkness that came over him and on you. So he's talking about also Lucifer or Hasatan, right there, okay? That fall from heaven. "O Adam, while in my garden and obedient to me, did that bright light rest also. But when I heard of your transgression, I deprived you of that bright light. Yet of my mercy, I did not turn you into darkness, but I made you your body of flesh." Wow. So if his body wasn't of flesh, he was an angel.
He was an angel. He had a whole different name. Remember, they looked at the Bible like,
what is that? So it was a whole different form.
It was a whole different form.
Listen. "Over which I spread this skin in order that it may bear cold and heat. If I had let my wrath fall heavily on you, I should have destroyed you. And had I turned you into darkness, it would have been as if I had killed you. But in my mercy, I have made you as you are. When you transgressed my commandment, O Adam, I drove you from the garden and made you come forth into this land, and commanded you to live in this cave. And darkness covered you, as it did over him who transgressed my commandments, as it did like Hasatan. Thus, O Adam, has this night deceived you? It is not to last forever, but it is that we start tomorrow."
Okay.
Start tomorrow, y'all. It is that we got to finish tomorrow on this good old Friday, because this is good.
Wow.
So you are a reflection of the fallen one.
Yes.
Basically.
Because you chose to.
This is where night came from.
Yeah. You chose to obey him rather than me.
Yeah. Wow.
That's why you got night.
That's why you got night. Have you ever had these questions? I never have, but it's good to know that that's where night come from.
Did he say it's supposed to last 12 hours?
Oh, we were going to
12 and 12.
We were going to go into that, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but they got to wait till tomorrow to get into more.
Sorry.
So, yeah. All right, you all. We will see you tomorrow at 6. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up so people can find story time with family and friends. And we will see you tomorrow at 6.
Yes.
At 6. Well,
I'm like,
that's my alarm. See you all, and thank you for tuning in to Story Time.
Story time. Story time.
Bye.
Shalom.
Shalom, family and friends.